I think a lot of teams, not only the two teams that are participating in the final of the Charity Shield, eager to see what they've prepared in the preseason. Yeah, we enjoyed a good share of the preseason ourselves. We finished a week ago with our preseason camp. A lot of things are looking right, but football being football, you cannot say we are ready until you play competitive football. So we'll go into this game knowing what we want from the start, hoping what we did in preseason will be enough to see us on the winning end or tomorrow, because we want to have the winning mentality from the start, the mentality to compete from the start. So tomorrow's game is not an exception. Being the first game of the season, for us, I think we'll take it seriously still and hope that what we've planned to have the winning mentality from the start is shown from the first game. So it will be an interesting game. Like we have always said, football is played by two teams, so good luck to the two teams tomorrow. It will be an interesting game, knowing how NAPSA plays, what kind of team they've assembled. I think it will be an interesting game to see.
Thank you very much, Coach Kalililo. Obviously, has told us that it will be an interesting game. We look forward to an interesting game. We now go to the captains. We'll start with, obviously, maybe NAPSA Stars. Just give us the perspective of the players in terms of preparedness for this game and what we should expect.
Well, I think every player wants to play such games. It was very important for us to prepare adequately for the game that we're going to play tomorrow. We're coming in on a high after winning the NAPSA final and coming into the new season, coming into the Premier League. So it's very exciting for us, especially having been where we were last season. So everybody's excited, everybody wants to play where we feel we belong to play. So everybody has put in a lot of work during pre-season and ready to show what we've been doing from actually last season, because I think our rebuilding phase started the moment we went down into the Eden League to now qualifying to the NAPSA Cup, winning it, and then back into the Super League. So now it's up to us as individuals and then later on as a team to show that we want to be where we are today and we want to show that we are in the right place.
Thank you very much for that elaborate submission by the NAPSA Stars player, Kapembwa. We now ask the Red Arrows captain, who is a very familiar face, obviously part of the national team. Just give us the Red Arrows side of business. How are we prepared for this game?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sidin. We are very much prepared for the game, knowing it's the first cup game before the league starts. So I think we have done well in our pre-season training, pre-season camp, the games which we have had to prepare for the league and the Charity Shield. The morale in camp is high. We are well prepared and ready for the game. Knowing NAPSA Stars, we played with them in the NAPSA final. They caused an upset, so we definitely know how they play and we are ready for them tomorrow.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure Coach Perry thinks it was an upset, but well, this is a point where we hear from our colleagues from the press. Just introduce yourself, ask your question to any of the people here, and we can get moving. So do I have a hand? Yes.
Isaac Chipatano from Crown Television. My question goes to goalkeeper coach for Red Arrows, Coach Kalililo. Pre-season, you have brought in a number of players, most notably from Kafue Celtic, who went down into the lower ranks of Zambian football. Many people are questioning whether those signings are good enough, first and foremost, to help you in terms of, trying to obviously secure another title domestically, And of course, on the continental front, are they good enough, considering that they couldn't, keep up Kafue Celtic in the past season?
I think for me, it's not a matter of a team going down into the lower division. Because if you look at Kafue Celtic, it was the first time they're playing in the Super League. A group of young, very talented players who lack maturity, for me. So one or two individuals would stand out. If they join a team like Red Arrows or any other big team in the Super League, they should be able to fit in pretty well with the mature players that they find. So yes, answering your question in short, I think they will add a lot of value. We realize we are the defending champions of the Super League. A lot is at stake. So our inclusions really are meant to not challenge other teams, but to challenge ourselves in regards to what we did last season. So hopefully we can go a mile further and do better than we did last season with our new signings.
Yes. My name is Justin from Christian National Radio. My question goes to Coach Perry. It's like back-to-back after Cup, Charity Shield, and we're going to meet in Super League. How are we going to take tomorrow's game, Coach?
I think tomorrow's game is very important. The first game again is important. So we are going into this game to gauge of how far we have come. Because I think we had a good pre-season, and for us to test ourselves, I think the last friendly game we played against Jesco United in Ndhlovu last weekend. So we are meeting the champions of the Premier League in the Charity Shield. So it's very important to gauge ourselves how far we have come. And obviously, we have to instill the winning mentality in the team. So we are taking it seriously. Yes, it's the first game, but we'll take it seriously.
Yes, Coach Gaspar Ndhlovu is my name. Both coaches, I've got questions for you, starting with Coach Perry. You've talked about assessing the team and wanting to see if you're ready for the season. What are the fine margins that you've been thinking about during the preseason that you would love to fine-tune, either in defense, goalkeeping department, midfield? What exactly are you trying to see when you face Red Arrows this weekend?
I think the most important thing was being with the team last season, especially in Division 1. I think I wanted to instill the philosophy we are going to take. So for me, I think this season is just continuation, and the most important thing we want to fine-tune this coming season is just about scoring. So for us, I think we are working on that, and we will still continue working on that, because football is a project. It doesn't take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It's a long-term project. So for me, being in the second season with the same team, I think we are going somewhere. So the most important thing is, because last season I think we did well in defense, and I think even in the cup final against the team which was scoring goals for fun, the champions of the MT and Red Arrows, who we are meeting tomorrow. We hope we'll cause an upset even tomorrow.
So I think Coach Perry agrees it was an upset.
Did you finish the other question? I've heard Coach Kalidilo and Chepeshi talk about, how NAPSA Stars plays. Where are you basing your scouting on? Is it on the last game you played in the NAPSA Cup final, or the preseason? What exactly are you talking about? And Coach Perry, you always say there's no revenge in football. What does that supposed to mean?
I think for me, when we say we know how NAPSA Stars play, really it's about their style of play, the resources in terms of human resource who they use on that particular day might change, but their style of play will really be the same, especially if they maintain the same coach. Like Coach Perry has said, this will be his second season with the team, so we know what to expect from them. They have made a few inclusions in the team. We know the kind of players they are, what they can bring to the table on any particular day, so basically that is what we mean. And apart from that also, we know the pride that NAPSA has as an institution. So we know we will not only be playing the team alone on the pitch, but also we are playing against an institution that has got a lot of pride and that wants to win things. So going into this game, we have that at the back of our minds also. On our end, we want to do better than we did last season in all aspects. Score more goals than we did last season, keep more clean sheets than we did last season, and in a nutshell, just do better than we did last season and hopefully rewrite our own history.
Yeah, I think in football, that term, I think if you use it most of the time, it's bound to come back to you, because if we are talking about revenge, I think we have done our work as well. So obviously, the supporters, the players for Red Arrows, everyone involved with Red Arrows, I think it stuck to them that we beat them, because obviously they were hoping for a double, but if it's at their heart, I think even tomorrow's game can bound to be an upset, like I said. So we hope we'll cause another upset tomorrow, because this is what is going to drive us, because we hope we are going to upset Red Arrows even in tomorrow's game.
I'm Ndhlovu from Diamond TV. I want to find out from the both coaches just generally how they look at the coming season. Red Arrows, defending champions, do you believe you have the ammunition and you've done your homework during the break for you to defend the title? NAPSA Stars, a team that was in continental football, but unfortunately at the end of the season, you found yourself in the 18th University National League, back in the Super League. What are you bringing to the table for not just the fans, but as well as your sponsors, NAPSA?
Okay, thank you so much. To start with, I think I would say yes. I think we have the right ammunition to see us defend the championship. Earlier there was a question like the acquisition of the players that we have, the new inclusions, are they good enough? For me, really, it's about growth and the mentality of the player. If I'm a young player, I join an established team, my mentality should change. If I'm joining champions, my mind should be that of a champion as well. So I think we have the right ammunition to see us defend the championship. And like I said earlier on, it's not about competing with anybody else right now, but trying to do better than we did the last season. So hopefully we do that with the people that we have.
Yeah, I think as NAPSA Stars, obviously playing in the Eden University, we had a lot of challenges. So from our side, I think no one wants to go back to Division 1. So our aim, I think, is to do well in the first games and obviously pick it up from there, because it's a tough league and obviously the distances, we went to far places, so we would like to maintain our status in the Premier League.
My name is Ndhlovu from Matata. I've got two questions, one for Chepeshi and one for Coach Perry. Coach, I'd like to find out, seeing that you brought in a new goalkeeper, and the goalkeepers we had, one of them being a young talent, went on and won a personal award as you held your gala. I want to know if, heading into the new Super League season, if we're going to see a change in that position at NAPSA Stars. And for Chipesha, I'd like to find out what conversations the Red Arrows players are having not to be complacent against NAPSA again.
Well, there's no like underration in our camp, just like even the previous game. We have prepared well. We have done our homework. It's a new season. It's a new game. It's a new cup final, Charity Shield, to be certain. So I think we are going in the game with a new mentality, which is to win, to start the season strong, and to do our best on the day tomorrow.
For us, I think this game, we take it seriously, and may you...
The goalkeepers, do we see a change
No,
this season?
there was something which you said that complacency?
No, that was for
Championship.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, for the goalkeepers, it's, I'll give you an easy answer. For every position, it's how you train. You train well, yeah, you have the number. You don't train well, you are not in the lineup. It's as simple as that. No one owns the jersey. No one owns the number. It's as simple as that.
I'll take maybe the last two questions. This one, here. So I'll start with Isaac.
Isaac from Crown TV. Two questions, both for the coach and Kapemba from NAPSA Stars. Kapemba, I think the coach mentioned the fact that goal scoring was a problem for you in the last season as a team. You were the top scorer with 9 goals in 7 goals. 7 goals, I'm being corrected. In a season which constitutes 34 games. That basically means that you're scoring literally 1 goal every 4 games, literally. With the coach saying that that's a problem, does that put extra pressure on you as strikers or players in general going into this particular season? And coach, I know you already mentioned that surviving in terms of not going back to the Eden University is the target, but what constitutes a good season for you, a successful season? Is it top 4, top 6, top 8? Can you give us a position in the league standings at the end of the season, which will constitute a successful season for NAPSA Stars?
I think earlier I mentioned that we were in a state where the team had gone down into Division 1, or Eden rather, and we were trying to rebuild. And I think the best place to start when you're rebuilding is in defense. And the coach had mentioned earlier that I think we were very, very solid at the back. I think we went a number of games without conceding. We should have conceded the least goals, if I'm not mistaken. And we won a lot of games 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And for us, it was a sign that we are rebuilding and we have somewhere where we are starting from. As an individual, obviously as a striker, I will not be happy with the number of goals that I got, and also my friends. And we talk about this, and we are always telling ourselves, in the Super League, it's not going to be good enough. We need to hit double digits, and we are working on it. We've been working on it tirelessly in training, and hopefully this season there's going to be a difference.
Position.
The position, I think, will only come in, especially coming from the Eden League, on how far it will be the number of games we play. Say we play 10 games, and the position will be at. So we'll say, guys, we have done so well, and let's see if we can go at this position. Because we are coming from Division 1. Yes, most of the players have tested Premier League football, but it's not an easy league as well. So for us, we are not going to jump ahead and say we are going to do this, but for sure, we know we are going to be in this league come the end of the season, but we are going to take it game by game and see where we'll be. But of course, we want to be in a better position. So we'll see game by game, and then we'll be deciding where we'll be heading to.
Final question there.
My name is Asa from TC Talk Radio. My question goes to the two coaches. My first question is, are we expecting the new signings to start in tomorrow's game? And as well as
okay, new signings. We'll start with Coach Perry.
They'll be on the list. Hopefully you'll see them. Maybe in the first half or second half.
injury concerns in the team?
None.
Coach K.
Well, I think Coach Perry put it very well earlier to say you are only as good as you train. So being a new signing for any team really does not guarantee you a place to start for me. That is one. And secondly, if you show that you're good enough, you adapt, because there's also the issue of adaptation to the style of play, to the general environment. So all those things are considered even as you are selecting the team. So one or two faces might be there, but definitely not all the signings can make it, because we made quite a number of signings, and football is about numbers. We're only allowed a certain number to go into camp, so those that work hard will be there, those that adapt quickly will be there, but going forward definitely you will see more of the new faces coming into the starting lineup and into the 18.
Any injury concerns in the team?
For now, we only have 2 concerns on our injury list. One is Twiza Chivera, who is nursing any injury, if I'm not mistaken, and the other one is not an injury per se. Elvis Song had an accident at home, which should keep him out for a few weeks. So those are the 2 major concerns we have at the moment. Other than that, the rest of the players are ready for selection.
Thank you very much. For a moment, I thought Coach K was going to tell us what accident happened at home. So on that note, we've come to the end of our press conference. But just take note that this is a Culling Black Label sponsored charity shield. Zambian Brewers has put in 250,000 kwacha, which is the first time. So the shield will be a very beautiful shield. I'm sure the 2 teams would love to actually be the first winners of that shield. There's also going to be a man of the match prize. I think that is something that the players can wish to fight for. Other than that, I think let's encourage people to get tickets. They are selling at Omega Mall, Northmead, which is 30 kwacha open wing and 100 kwacha VIP. So I know that members of the press hold that extra power to encourage people to come for the game. So we hope that you can help us spread the word. We wish to thank the coaches and captains for making time, and we wish you all the best in tomorrow's game, and obviously in the long season ahead of us. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you at the stadium.
Thank you.
So colleagues will remain behind to just do a bit of accreditation formality.